The Mega Millions lottery officials are waiting to find out who is the lucky winner of a $321 million winning lottery ticket that was sold at a gas station in Middletown, New York. Let me see, was I there anytime recently? Hopefully the winner won't forget to check his or her lottery ticket like millions of people do. Lottery officials estimate that every year more than 34 million winning lottery tickets are sadly and tragically unclaimed. Brett Jacobson is the CEO of Lotto Lotto, a company that created an app that will notify you when you have a winning lottery ticket number. And he joins us from Los Angeles. Brett, welcome to Arise America. Thanks so much for coming.
Thanks for having me on. How's it going?
I cannot believe this. Almost breaks my heart. 34 million lottery tickets that are unclaimed. What does that represent in prize money?
Over $2 billion. It's 35 to 40 million tickets annually.
That is crazy. What's wrong with these people? What happens?
You know, people forget for a variety of reasons. Sometimes people just forget. And then you have a lot of people as well who, they hear somebody won in New York. And they say, I don't live in New York. I live in Los Angeles, so I'm not going to check. And they don't even realize that even if you get one number in the Mega Millions, it's like you still win money. So a lot of them are unaware that there's a prize for them to even claim. So
then is a large majority of these unclaimed prizes these low winning winners, I'll call them?
Yes and no. A lot of them are also prizes that are in the several million or several $100,000 range. If you look at the Mega Millions drawing from last night, there are almost 1 million winning tickets. A large portion of those will end up being unclaimed.
It's unfathomable. So how long generally does a person have to claim a lottery prize?
It depends on the state, but anywhere from 6 months to 12 months. And that's kind of how we came about this was, I had a bunch of friends who were over my place. They were looking in, they found like all these lottery tickets. They're like, do you ever check these? I'm like, I assumed I didn't win. I forgot to check. And I went down to the store, checked them out, and I had $200 in winning tickets. And I was like, fantastic. And I went to cash them in. The guy at the counter is like, $149 of these have expired. I was like, oh, fantastic. And that was kind of the impetus for coming up with the app in the first place.
Well, yeah, it's a great idea. So since you brought it up, and I know you want to talk about it, tell us about your app.
So it's called Lotto Lotto, all one word. And it allows you to take a picture of your existing lottery ticket. And if it's a previous drawing, it tells you instantly whether or not you've won and how much. We work with every lottery in every state. And if it's a future drawing, it sends you an alert once the drawing does take place and tells you whether or not you've won. And it also allows people, about half of the lottery players participate in office pools or family pools or whatever it is where everybody throws in a couple bucks. This lets you take a picture of the ticket, and it actually shares that information with everyone in the group. So everybody knows exactly what tickets were bought, how much was won, and
Yeah, that's a cool, novel idea. So how much does your app cost, and how can people get it?
App's completely free. They can either go to mylottolotto.com, or they can go to the App Store for Android or for Apple and download it there. It's got no advertising of any kind. App is completely free. Works on mobile phones as well as tablet devices.
Well, I'm just curious, Brett, how often do you play the lotto?
I actually play it pretty much all the time. I think it's one of those things that's fun. A lot of families do it together. I know a lot of people, it's like, who I spoke to about the lottery, and they've got their own systems, or they did it because their parents always bought tickets, and it was something that they remember doing or doing for fun. But it's $80 billion a year in the U.S. is bought in tickets.
Yeah, so a lot of people buy them. They got to claim those prizes. Brett Jacobson, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
That's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow for another edition of Arise America.